After a year of waiting, we finally get to play Hitman 3's most ambitious game mode, Freelancer. And there's a lot to learn, from how it works to what you can win or lose. Let's start with the basics. When you choose a syndicate, you can select one based on the playstyle. There is no best one, it all depends on what kind of gameplay you wanna do. The mission planning also shows you if there are safes or couriers in the area. For the safes, you can either search the free clues nearby or just blow them up. In couriers, just knock them out and they drop the money. And after taking out a syndicate, you unlock prestige objectives. It's your free choice if and which one you wanna do. As a speedrunner, I prefer the time points, also because they're just very easy and pay good. The last remaining mission of a syndicate will always be the showdown, so you can choose where the showdown happens. Assassins are very easy to spot as they just run straight behind the suspects and have a stronger outline and instinct, and they are a good source for a free pistol. Now, checking each suspect for their clues until you find the right target is quite a time consuming process, and taking out a wrong suspect will cost you 1000 Mercer. Most of them will fulfill all the looks requirements, so it basically comes down to the tells that will give them away. Setting up meetings by stealing a suspect's phone is one way of isolating them to a remote location so you can get a better look, or, if you know the target already, it's a nice way to set up a trap. However, they become less effective if there are many suspects on the map, because each phone only loads a small number of people that are together in one network. So my preferred method, get to a vantage point and just panic the suspects. You can let them safely run away, and when Diana says you found the leader, you kill them and exit.
47, the target is trying to escape. Don't let that happen.
And after you defeat 4 syndicates, you win the campaign and get a big payout. Now let's talk about punishments. Quite important as a reminder, the only items at stake are freelancer tools and items in your inventory. Everything at the walls will always stay there, no matter what you do. If you die, you will always lose everything in your inventory and you lose half your Mercers. If it was a normal territory takedown, the campaign will continue, but failing alerted territories means failing the entire campaign, which not only loses you half your money, but all your freelancer tools. The collector editions of certain gear will also disappear if you die with them. They are only meant to be a way to get back into missions faster after your freelancer tools got wiped. Vendors can also sell you everything back you lose, and they never sell things you already own, so even losing the most precious gear can be fixed again. Next up, you can get a ton of free gear and Mercers just by exploring maps. You can for instance rob the vault in New York, the safe in Mendoza's basement, or the safe in Rico's office in Santa Fortuna. Isle of Scale has a ton of free melee weapons and you can even dig out a silenced pistol. And Dubai can give you free silenced SMGs or assault rifles. As long as an item has a rarity, it can be brought back, so just exploring is highly encouraged. If you however are looking for a way to lose money fast, try out the stock market in a safe house vault. I spoke to many people to figure out how it works, and while it seems like there are patterns involved, I lost much more than I gained, so only use this if you don't mind risking your money. But the safe house has more to offer. This room always gives you a free fiber wire. Upgrading it will also grant you a way to turn bottled poison into syringes. And the shed has a distillery that turns poison mushrooms into poison. You can also fish when you unlock the outside. You just have to wait until 47 catches something. Most of the time it will be just wood, but you can also get other items, and when you finally get a fish, you can turn it into a sedative poison. And this free banana can get you easy knockouts, so overall the safe house isn't just decoration. So, what about hardcore mode? After you complete your first campaign, you get the option to turn it on. This will remove all your freelancer tools, and until you turn it back off, failing any mission will lose you all Mercers and your campaign. Prestige objectives are mandatory to complete, and failing them will also fail the campaign. In those cases, leave the mission area via exit so you get to keep at least some things. Also, stashes and couriers are gone from the map and minimap. And lastly, you play on master difficulty, so NPCs are more attentive to sound, you take more damage, and bloody assassinations ruin disguises. Item rarity in crates and at the vendor appear to be the same, and payouts for objectives and completing a campaign remain identical to before. So unless you wanna do the associated challenges, or just wanna challenge yourself, there is no reason to play on hardcore. Finally, I can only encourage to just read the loading screen tips when starting a mission, as they often contain actually useful information. With all that being said, Freelancer gives you much freedom in approach, and there is no wrong or right way to play. So just enjoy and have fun.